So I think this might be a little bit better, but I'm not entirely sure because my camera and the light were falling and it didn't give a good energy to it. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they could even see it in the last video. But it doesn't matter if you actually saw it. It's the messages that actually flow from me to you to understand what's going on in your life. So we have the Hermetic deck that would like to come forward and speak. Now, I have shuffled um, previously, but we're just going to split it in three. So let's continue where we were. We did a shuffle. And then I count three. I'll take the flip. Six of Wands. And that's it. Six of Wands, Lord of Victory. So victory is yours. You know, when they say that Rome wasn't built in a day, it's actually the visionary thoughts of the victory that you have created within yourself to get the beginning of life to stay in such a form that puts you in a better light. So when victory is yours, it is yours, but there is always a dark side to it. Nine of Cups. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Nine of Cups for us teaches logics, ethics, and the value of herbs and stones. Can make one invisible, helps one to be intelligent and long-lived, can recover lost items and finds treasures. Yeah. In present time, we have an emperor. What does this emperor wish to communicate? What is his intention and energy that would allow the flow, the world? His intention is to take over the world, this emperor. He's older. Conformity in a different light. They want to know how the switch will happen. Conformity for I hear a select few, but the world within yours is within grasp in knowing that it is there for you to move forward. It's you have victory here. One world order. One it's What is the overall outcome in this union? I do have to remind you that when I get messages, sometimes my voice cracks and I don't sound the same as I always do in my other videos. And sometimes, in the movie Ghost, I've said this in another movie, where the ghosts have the ability to transfer into my energy if willed and willing to, and willing be. And they come forward and they want to say certain messages. And so I'm a conduit for those messages. I'm an oracle that comes through on many different forums. And you have to take it as it is. Maybe a future, in the sense that it changes the world. You get happy family. You also get hostilities, community, and caring connections. So you create a happy family with someone else that has the best intentions to be a unity of one. So you get your happy endings with that. There are those people, though, behind the shadows that do not wish to see you do well. So there will be hostilities on either side, either from attachments from the past that hasn't resolved their issues and therefore jealous of your new beginnings and therefore attack you for no apparent reason because you are doing something that they do not wish. They want you to do and see is to be happy. But you move forward because you change your community. So the community card indicated basically who are the people that you're around and how do you communicate with them? How do they talk to you and how do you talk to them? Do you treat them with respect and do you actually say hi and ask them how they're doing? Right? That is the community that you build and as a rapport with, so that you have an understanding of who you're around and who you can trust and who you cannot. Within finding that within yourself, you can move on to caring connections. The caring connections and the happy family, it could be for many two different reasons. It could be from, of there's still that caring connection between everything, that you've learned your lessons, and then the next time that something transforms in your life, you're always tenderly understanding one another. And although, some may say that he's possessive because he's got his arms wrapped tightly around her, but she doesn't freak out. She's not freaking out. She's kind of oblivious to it, but it's just maybe a loving embrace regarding so be aware of your community there, Emperor, and you get your happy family. Emperor could be a fire sign. He could be someone different. And it doesn't matter because there are cusps as well. And it's not the normal cusps that you would think of. There's like There's cusps. There's many different cusps. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this evening, and if you didn't, too bad. Those were the messages that came through. They're done talking. I don't feel any other messages that are coming through for anyone. I'm asking right now, is there any other messages that are coming through? I'm looking at my cards and I'm like, nothing's coming through. Nothing's kind of popping through for this energy. So I thank you very much for being here. You get your victory in the end. Know that the world is changing and you have to change with it. You can't go against the grain, otherwise, you get left behind. Know who your community is and you can conquer the world. There will be hostilities and people that hate you for doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but you'll eventually find your true connection and have a happy family. And I think that's kind of where it has to be, where this should have been the other way, where then you would understand the caring connections and then you would have a family. That's super nice. They're both in white. I can totally see that. But that's exactly what, you pull yourselves through. And in the end, maybe your whole world is having a happy family. And that would be your, victory to life. I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one.